poem, a different poem that I want to share with y'all today too. So I'm hoping I don't forget that. I have it set up. So we're going to start in our seated mountain pose. So seated mountain pose. For those of you that have been practicing with Michelle and maybe we're doing this standing, please know you can do it standing as well. But if we are on the chair, you want to come to the edge. Bring your feet under your knees, shoulders over hips, and then let your arms just hang. So imagine that you have little weights hanging from your fingertips so that it draws your shoulder blades away from your ears a little. And I just want you to feel your feet on the floor. Feel them pressing into the floor. Feel your rear end pressing into the chair if you're sitting. And just soften or close your eyes here. Soften or close your eyes and notice that you're breathing. We are doing this all the time, this breathing. We're doing it all the time, but very rarely do we notice it. So just begin to take some deeper breaths in and out through your nose. In and out through your nose. Because the yogis say that the nose is for breathing and the mouth is for eating. Notice if you're holding any tensions in your face that you might be able to relax. Relax your jaw and relax your eyes here. All right, so we're going to begin to move our joints now. You can let your hands come onto your knees if you're seated. We're going to take our right ear over towards our right shoulder, or let me rephrase that. Take an ear towards your shoulder. It doesn't matter which one. We're going to do both. And then I'd like you to let your chin sweep down to your chest. And then bring that same ear back over to your shoulder, and we're going to make like a rainbow shape. So I want you to think about taking your other ear over like you're making the shape of a rainbow, taking the other ear to the other side. Nice, everyone. And then let your chin come down to your chest. And bring that ear back to the shoulder. And we're going to rainbow over to the other side. And let your chin come to your chest. Bring that same ear to the same shoulder, and we're going to bring it over to the other side, like we're making a rainbow here. Let your chin drop down now. So I'm just dialing my head so my chin is dropping down, but I'm not bringing it to the center of my chest. And then let your opposite arm, so if your ear's going this way, let the opposite arm come down and breathe into the side of your neck. Relax your jaw. Keep breathing in and out through your nose here. We carry a lot of tension and stress in our neck, so we want to give it a lot of attention. Let your hand come back to your knee. And then we're just going to rainbow our other ear over. And then let your chin dial down. So you're just letting your chin dial down here, and we'll bring our other hand. And just kind of reach through the fingertips. This makes it a little deeper. Notice if you're feeling any sensations in your physical body and breathe into them. So our physical body is our skin and our muscles. Let your hand come back, bring your chin down to your chest, and bring your ears over your shoulders. Sit nice and tall here. Inhale through your nose and roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale through your nose, roll your shoulders back and down. Keep going just like this. Inhaling up, exhaling through your nose and rolling back and down. Releasing tightness, tension. All right, everyone. Let your elbows be heavy. Come back and feel your feet on the floor and feel your rear end on the floor. Well, on the chair. And we're going to bring one hand forward. Bring one hand forward and bring it into a little fist. And I want you to begin to make some circles here. Make some circles with your wrist. And go nice and slow so that you can notice what there is to notice. And then we're going to take it around the other way, slow and easy. So we're all doing something nowadays where we're using our wrist, be it using our phone or our tablet or computer or washing the dishes. One more time, we're just going to open our hand and we're just going to say hey to each other. Hey, good to see you. Let's bring that hand down. Bring your other hand up and we're going to bring it into a small fist and just begin to make some circles. One way, try to go slow. Try to go slow. When we do things slowly, it requires that we use a little more concentration. A little more concentration and precision. Take it around the other way. So let it be a game of how slow can you go? How slow can you go? And is there still something to notice when you move slow? I had a teacher and she would say, slow is fast. Slow is fast. Let's open our hands and just again, hey, how's it going? Let's bring our hand down. All right, we're gonna bring our feet a little bit wider here. Bring your feet a little bit wider, our hands on the knees. I'm going to turn sideways just for you to visually see, and then I'm gonna come back this way. So we're gonna be doing cat and cow. So it'll look like this. We're gonna bring our torso forward and round our back and come forward and back. And I'm gonna turn and face you all now and we'll do the same thing. So bring your chest forward and then round your back. Good, forward and back. So we really wanna try to make the spine wave like the ocean here. Slow and easy. Nice, everyone. One more breath here. Come on up. Sit tall. Keep your hands on your thighs or your knees. And we're going to begin to make some circles with our upper body. Good, 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 good. So it's really important that we keep our joints moving so that we stay mobile, so we can move with more ease. Keep breathing in and out through your nose here, and let's take it around the other way. Take it around the other way. All right, we've got our hips moving. One more turn here. We're gonna stack everything back up. Sit tall here. Bring your feet to touch and bring your hands onto the side of your chair. And this is called ducks and penguins, and I'm not exactly sure why, but that's the name of this little movement that we're gonna make. We're gonna turn our toes out and then our heels out, and our toes out and our heels out, and then we're going to bring them in. So we're going out and then we're coming in. So we're moving our feet, our ankles, and our knees. All right, so just going in and out, heels out, toes in, and vice versa. One more time here. And then come right back in to neutral. Sit tall here. With your hands on the seat of your chair, I'd like you to roll your shoulder blades together and lift your sternum. Lift right here, and you might even lift your chin. You might even lift your chin. It's a little bit of a back bend. Deep breaths here. One more breath. Come back through center. Let your feet come a little wider, and we're going to fold forward. So fold forward. You might have I have my forearms on my knees here, but you could also let your hands come down to the floor. So you do what feels good for your body. It's going to be different for all of us. All right? Let's take one more breath here. Begin to walk yourselves up nice and slow. Heel toe your feet so they're back at neutral, and press them down. Let's bring our right Let's bring a hand onto the seat of our chair. One hand on the seat of the chair, and then take your other arm up. Nice, everyone. We're gonna lean over. Good. And then you decide, maybe you look up. If it's okay for your neck, look up. If it's not, look forward or look down. It's like we're making the shape of a banana. Sometimes this is called half moon in yoga. Press down, come on up. Let our hand that is up in the air come onto one of your knees. It doesn't matter which one. And then bring this hand that's on your side around behind you on the seat of the chair. Press your feet into the floor. Inhale through your nose, get nice and long. And then we're gonna rotate around. So we're looking out over our back shoulder. Take some deep breaths here, in and out through your nose. All right. Let's all look forward now. Look forward now. We're going to keep the twist going, but now we're going to take our back hand, the hand that's behind us, and take it straight up high to the sky. And we're going to lean over the other way. Lean over the other way. Good. So you might be, again, you might look up, you might look forward, you might look down. Do what feels good for your neck. Yoga is about non-harming. Non-harming ourselves physically with our thinking. Press down to come up. Let this hand that's up in the air, hand in the air, let it come down to your knee. Bring your other hand around behind you onto the seat of the chair here. Press down so you get tall, and we'll begin to rotate. So we're looking out over our back shoulder. Look out over your back shoulder. Take one more breath here. Press down, come back to neutral. Sweep your arms up over your head. Big, deep breath here. Exhale through your nose. Let your hands come down the center. I love seeing you all do this together. It's really beautiful. Inhale and sweep up. Exhale down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale down. Staying right here, we're going to bring our feet a little bit wider. Bring your feet a little bit wider and bring one forearm, so the bottom part of your arm, bring it onto your thigh. And then we're going to take our other arm and reach it up, reach it up, reach it up. And then I'd like you to bring your upper arm by your ear. So we're making kind of a diagonal. Nice, everyone. Good, 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 good. Deep breaths into the side of your body, and then press down to come up. We're going to bring our other arm onto our thigh. So bring your other lower arm onto your thigh, and let's take the other arm up high. Take it up high, and then we're going to lean over a little bit and bring our upper arm by our ear. Nice, everyone. Breathe into where you're feeling some sensations in your body. One more breath here. Press down to come up, and we're going to unwind it here. So one more. I'm going to turn sideways on my chair only for visual demonstration, and then I'm going to turn back around and we'll do this together. All right. I just think it's easier to see from the side. So this is going to be our chair pose. So I'm sitting on the edge and I'm like this. All right. But also, if any of you want to lift up off of the chair, that's an option too, all right? You decide. And now I'm back forward. So coming forward, the torso comes forward, the arms are out in front. Nice, nice. If you're standing, your knees are bent and your hips are going back. That's it. Awesome. All right, let your hands come down. And then we're all going to come to stand. Sweep your arms up and over, and my head is cut off. So I'm going to see if, I think if I do this, I cut my feet off. Maybe. All right, everyone. We're going to use the seat of our chair. Actually, let's use the back side of our chair to start. Let's use the back side of our chair. All right? We'll do a little bit of balancing here. A little bit of balancing. And I'm just trying to reposition so you can see my feet and my head. That would be so helpful. Okay. All right. So we're standing with our feet hips width apart, and you can keep your hands on the chair for safety. But if you feel okay without it, that's fine too. All right, we're going to begin by picking up one of our heels. Pick up one heel, and then pick up the other as the other one comes down. We're just going to go side to side here, slow and easy. Yeah, so that's it. We're just going side to side. And now, let both of your heels come down. We're going to lift both of our heels here. Come onto your tippy toes. Nice, everyone. And then come down. Now, we can stick with this, or maybe we bring an arm up as we lift our heels up. Beautiful. And then come down. And then we can lift the other arm up. And come down. Nice, everyone. Inhale up. And you can let that arm come down, and then try it with the other arm the next time that you come up. Good, good. From here, option to bring both arms up. See how that works. Maybe you don't feel safe, and if you don't feel safe, then keep a hand on the chair. Let's come down. All right. So I'm going to turn to face you, and I'm still going to have my hand on the chair. Bringing up one foot into my leg, and you might keep it low or you might bring it high here. Your other hand could come to your heart, or maybe you sweep it up. And if you feel okay, maybe both arms come up. This is the tree pose, tree pose. Keep your face soft. Imagine you're like a tree here. Maybe we're gently blowing in the wind. Maybe there's a little swaying going on, yeah? Let's come back through to neutral. I saw some swaying trees there. That was pretty nice. I'm just going to move my chair to the other side. It's not necessary, but it's an option. If you're using your hand on your chair, it's nice to have it there for security. So we're going to take our other foot, take your other foot, and bring it onto your ankle or your calf. Really think about squeezing the muscles of your leg, and then maybe your hand comes to your heart. Maybe both hands do. Or you could bring your arms up. Keep your face relaxed. And maybe there's a little swaying going on, because balance is really just moving through the center over and over and over again. Let's take one more breath here. Let your hands come down. Nice. We're in mountain pose. We're standing in the mountain pose now. And now I'm going to use the seat of the chair. So you'll want the seat of the chair in front of you. So the seat of the chair is going to be in front of you. And we're going to work on the warrior poses. So inhale through your nose and take your arms up over your head. Exhale through your nose, soften your knees. We're going to fold forward here. Bring your hands onto the chair. Inhale, come into a flat back here. So it's like we're making an upside down L shape. Pick up one of your heels. Pick up one of your heels and step that foot way back. Step that foot way back. And we're going to straighten the front leg and bend the knee. Straightening and bending. Slow and easy. Breathing mindfully. All right, everyone. So we have a lot of options in yoga. The next time that your knee, your front knee here, is over your ankle, we're going to stay there. We're either going to let this back knee come down, that's an option, or we're going to keep it lifting, right? We have options, and please do what you feel safe with. It's going to be different for all of us. Whichever shape we chose, knee down or up, sweep the arms up. Good, relax your shoulders. Nice, everyone. Keep breathing in and out through your nose and let your hands come back onto your chair. If your back knee is on the floor, lift it off of the floor, and we're going to come into a balancing pose called Warrior 3. So we're going to begin to hinge forward and let that back foot come off of the floor, and maybe it comes up high. Maybe it doesn't. It's all good. Keep breathing. Keep your face soft. Step your feet together here. And then we're going to take our feet wide, wider than our mat. Bring a hand onto the seat of your chair under your face, and bring the other hand onto your low back. And we're taking the elbow up high to the sky, maybe even the arm goes up. Nice, everybody. Nice. Let your hand come down. Square your shoulders. Let's bring our feet back into neutral here and press down to rise all the way up. And if you feel comfortable, you might lift your heels here. You might lift your heels here. Come on down, nice and slow. I'm going to turn my chair the other way, but there is no need for you to do that. All right, so we're coming into our standing mountain pose. Inhale through your nose to take your arms up over your head. Exhale, we're coming forward. Bring your hands onto the chair and come into this flat back shape here. Pick up your other heel this time. Pick up your other heel and step that foot back. It's a big step. Big step. And then we're going to straighten our front knee and bend. Straighten and bend. And try to connect this with your breathing. Straightening and bending. And then the next time that our knee is right over our ankle, we have the option of bringing our back knee down to the floor or keeping the knee elevated. And this is about what we feel safe with. And then we're all taking our arms up. Good. So this is called the Crescent Lunge. Keep breathing. Let your hands come back onto your chair. And if your back knee is on the floor, you'll want to lift it. We're going to begin to take our weight into our leg that's in front and see if we can lift those back toes up a little bit or a lot of it. A little bit or a lot. So we're balancing. Keep your face soft and your breath moving. Step your feet together. We're going to bring our feet wider than our mat now. Feet are wider than the mat. Our other hand is going to come onto the seat of the chair under our face, and our hand will come onto our low back, and we're going to dial that elbow up. Stacking our shoulders here. All right. Look down, hands down, heel toe your feet back to neutral. Spread your hands out really wide. We're going to step back into downward facing dog. So we're going to take one foot back and then the other. Notice how it kind of looks like a triangle a little bit. The shape that we're making with our bodies. Make sure that you're breathing here. And then soften your knees, look forward. We're going to walk our feet forward. Press down to rise up, sweep all the way up here. And maybe you lift your heels. If that feels okay, lift your heels. Release your heels down and release your hands down. And we're bringing our hands onto our low back. So bring your hands onto your low back. Bring your elbows close. Squeeze your elbows together and lift your heart space here. Lift your heart space. Come back through neutral. Soften your knees. Let your hips move back. And we're going to round our back again like a cat, and then let the belly drop down. And round the back like a cat, and belly drops down. Press down to rise all the way up here. We're going to sweep our arms out to the sides. From here, bring one elbow on top of the other. Give yourself a hug here. Give yourself a big hug. And you might let your chin drop down like so. From here, inhale, open your arms and let your arms come back. And then we're going to cross our other elbow on top. Hug in, open up. Nice. Other elbow on top, hug in. And open up. Other elbow on top. And open. Other elbow on top. And open. Let your arms come down by your sides here. And inhale and take one arm up. Take one arm up. And we're going to lean over. We did this in our chair, but now we're doing it standing. So we can make the same shape in a lot of different ways. Press down through your feet. Come on up. Let your hand float down. Let's take the other arm up. Take the other arm up. And come over, other side. Keep breathing, keep your face soft. And then come back, come back. So we're going to use our chair, or maybe we're not. We're going to do our chair pose again. So you could have the chair there that if you need to sit on it, sit on it. If not, we're going to hover over it. So let your hips move back and let your arms move forward. So I'm not letting my rear end come on my chair, but I could. And then we're going to come up. And then we're going to let the hips go back. And if you're in the chair, you'll just be moving your upper body. And then press up. Nice. One more time here. This time we're coming to seated. So we're coming all the way to seated now. When you're seated, I'd like you to take your hands under one of your thighs and lift it up. And let's make some circles here. Make some circles with your thigh. And then make those circles the other way. Make the circles the other way. From here, we're going to either cross our ankles or we'll cross our ankle over our knee. Sit tall here. You might feel some sensation on the outside of your leg. That's really common. Let's roll our ankle. Let's turn our ankle. Wherever we're crossing, turn your ankle a few times. And then turn it the other way a few times. From here, we're going to fold forward. This will intensify what we're feeling. I'm letting my arms rest on my leg here. And this intensifies the feeling. We don't want to move into pain because yoga is about non-harming, but feeling some sensation and breathing into it can be good. Let's take one more breath here and begin to walk yourself up. Now we're either going to keep our ankles crossed or cross legs. And when you cross your legs, I want you to really squeeze them together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then open your arms out. Yeah. And we're going to bring our opposite elbow on top here and give ourselves a hug. So this is a variation of the eagle pose. It's called Garandasana, eagle pose. Keep squeezing your legs and press your foot into the floor. Reach up through the crown of your head. Keep breathing here. Release your hands and let your opposite hand come to your knee. And we're going to bring our other hand around to the seat of the chair behind us and rotate. You might be looking out over your back shoulder. I'm not, because I'm talking to the camera, but preferably I would be turning my head. Let's unwind from here. Come back to neutral. Uncross your leg. Bring your hands around behind your other leg and lift it up and just begin to make some circles. Slow, steady circles. Take it around the other way. Taking it around the other way. And then we're going to stop in the center. We'll be either crossing ankles, if that's what is available, or we'll be crossing our ankle over our knee. All of our bones and joints are made differently, and they're all different sizes, so we don't all move the same. So we're all going to look different, which is just how it should be. Keep pressing your foot that's on the floor into the floor and sit tall. And imagine, I want you to use your imagination that this outside of your knee that I'm pointing at here is dropping down towards the floor. Just imagine that this knee is dropping down towards the floor. Take some deep breaths in and out through your nose here. And then we're going to fold forward. Fold forward. And you might feel this more in your leg when you fold forward. I definitely do. I definitely feel it more. Make sure that you're not moving too far. And then let's walk ourselves up here. We'll either stay with ankles crossed or we'll be crossing knee over knee. It just depends on the shape of our bones and our muscles. Wherever you're at, we're squeezing. squeezing the legs together, and then bring your arms out. And bring your other arm on top this time. Give yourself a hug. Deep breaths. This is eagle pose or Garandasana. Release your hands. Let your opposite hand come to your opposite knee. Your other hand comes to the chair, the seat of the chair behind you. And again, you'll be looking out over your back shoulder. I'm looking forward because I'm talking into the camera. Keep pressing your foot into the floor, long spine here. One more breath, come back to neutral, unwind your feet. Come back into our seated mountain pose. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your hands onto your knees to press up. Interlace your hands, lift your leg. We're putting some of the movements together now. Let your foot come down. Sit in your mountain pose. Inhale, deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your hands onto your thighs. Begin to come up, interlace behind the other thigh, lift it up. Nice, let that foot come down. Fingertips down. This is our variation of sun salutation. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your hands onto your thighs. Interlace. We're gonna lift, and then let's see if we can straighten that leg some. Nice, nice, I see it. And release, let it go. Bring your hands down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands on your thighs. Come into a flat back. Interlace behind your other thigh. Hug it in close to you, and then let's see if we can extend the leg out. Nice, everybody. And bring it down. We'll do this one more time on each side. Fingertips down. Inhale through your nose, big sweep up. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, hands on the thighs. We're coming up partway, interlacing our hands behind, lift. And we might extend. Very nice. Bring it down. Feel your foot touch the floor. Sit tall, find your good posture. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Interlace your hands behind your other thigh. Lift the leg. And then you might extend the leg. Very nice. Bring it down. Come back into your seated mountain pose. Bring your hands onto the seat of the chair behind you. Draw your shoulder blades close and lift your chest up. So it's like we're lifting our sternum up. And your chin might go up. Breathe into this space. Come back through, nice and center. Back to center here. Bring one hand on your waist and we're gonna lean the other way. Press down through your feet to come up. Bring the other hand on your waist, other hand down. We'll lean the other way. Good, come back to neutral here. Sit in seated mountain. We're going to come into final relaxation, everyone. So you can sit back further in your chair, or you could come to lying down on the mat, which I'll demonstrate. If you want to do that, I'll show you what that would look like. But you do what you feel comfortable with. So you can stay in your chair, or you can come to lie down. So you decide, there's one isn't better than the other, they're just different. So in your chair, while we've been sitting today, we've put a lot of emphasis on really sitting tall and noticing what there is to notice. I want you to feel a little more comfortable here, so maybe not as much muscle engagement. Let all of your facial muscles soften here, and if you're comfortable with closing your eyes, close your eyes. I want you to imagine that your forehead is like a wide band of satin. Relax your temples. Relax your eyes, your eyelashes, your eyelids, your eyebrows. All of the parts of your eyes, let them relax. They're doing so much work for us. Notice where your nose and your cheeks meet. And see if you can soften where your nose and your cheeks meet. Relax your jaw. Relax your chin. Relax all of the contents of your mouth. So relaxing your gums and your teeth and your upper palate and your lower palate. Notice if you've began to lean forward or back, do try to keep your shoulders over your hips and your ears over your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Relax your shoulders. Relax your elbows. And then let your attention move towards your breath. Notice that you're breathing. So you don't have to change it at all. You don't have to do anything fancy here. Just notice that you are breathing. You might notice that when you're breathing, your body is moving without us asking it to do so. You might notice that there's the temperature of your breath, especially when wearing a mask during these times, that you feel the temperature of the breath move over your upper lip. You might notice that there's a sense of filling up with the inhale and a sense of letting go with the exhale. So we are moving our bodies in this yoga practice so that we can breathe more freely. And by breathing more freely, this helps to quiet the mind down. And that is what yoga is. Yoga is quieting the mind down. So if you find that you go into thinking mode, know that that's really natural. But just come back and relax your body a little bit more. And then notice your breath a little bit more. I'm going to share this poem with you. It's by a gentleman by the name of Ralph Waldo Emerson. And it reads, "Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered by your old nonsense." So just beginning to let a little bit of movement come back. Maybe you wiggle your fingers or your toes. If your eyes are closed, you might open them. It might feel good to just take a really big, long stretch. If you like, we'll let our hands come to our heart center in Namaste hands. This is called Anjali Mudra sometimes as well. So when we have our hands here and we say Namaste to one another, we are acknowledging that we are all full of light, of love, of kindness. And it is from that place in me to that place in you that I say Namaste. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll be seeing you guys next week.
Thank you, Jody.
You're so welcome. Thank you guys so much.
Nice to meet you, Catherine.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Catherine.
Okay.
Have a good
And I meet everybody at the NEAT Center.